Don't wanna be in your club if you take me as a member. I'm not even slightly interested in whether I'm remembered. I say ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Give me a tombstone if you feel you must. Say appeal as a clown who wrote some songs. He talked too much and stayed too long. Back home in Perth, I played piano down at Cafe Piazza, swallowing second-hand, smoking, singing standards by the masters. Learned that every lyric's sacred, that love's everything, and that 3 drinks makes you straighten up and forget your swinging. Till my crowd scared the suits away and I'd play my own songs. And then we talk too much and stay too long.
Talk too much and stay too long.
Moved to Melbourne with my missus after locking her down. Felt like a very little fishy in a very big town. Barely scraping by on corporate gigs and quaint cabaret. Playing keyboards in a cover band until 3 in the AM. I was never really suited to them top 40 songs, 'cause talk too much and played too long. Don't wanna be in your club if you take me as a member. I'm not even slightly interested in whether I'm remembered. I say ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Give me a tombstone if you feel you must. Say appeal as a clown who wrote some songs. You talk too much and stayed too long. Took my Islander to Edinburgh in 2005. Played to 45 paying punters on that opening night. But to my surprise, there was a rising demand for a love child of Liberace and Edward Scissorhands. Dude from the paper said that digging me was wrong. He said I talked too much and stayed too long. I played the Albert Hall and Wembley. I played basements and bars. I've been to Hollywood and Broadway, met those A-lister stars. I've shared cigarettes with knights and shot tequila with dames. Found I'm more interested in laughter than in hotness and fame. So long as you got irony, honey, we'll get along. We can talk too much and stay way, way too long. Don't wanna be in your club if you take me as a member. I'm not even slightly interested in whether I'm remembered. I say ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Give me a tombstone if you feel you must. Say appeal as a clown who wrote some songs. You know we talk too much and stay too long. You know we talk too much and stay too long. And with hell, I went hard at a cardinal who was feeling unwell. I had them dog whistling whiners and their dogs after me. I've been a bigot and a faggot, I've been smug and ugly. I'm a long-haired lefty joker and a smoker of bongs. And I talk too much and stay too long. But fuck that live fast, die young shit. I plan on getting rickety. Baby, I intend to stick around till all you pricks are sick of me. And when they come to watch my old man balls and feed me mashed banana, they'll find me in the common room playing blues on the piano. Same old 3 chords and cliched fucking runs. And I'll talk too much and stay too long. You know I talk too much. Don't wanna be in your club if you take me as a member. I'm not even slightly interested in whether I'm remembered. I say ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Give me a tombstone, baby, if you feel you must. Say appeal as a clown who wrote some songs. You know we talk too much, stay too long. You know we talk too much, stay too long. Another white motherfucker rambling on. You talk too much and stay too long.
Hello, am I live? Ah, good evening.
I'm here to introduce tonight's special performance. Is Tess here yet? No, it's my time to shine. I'm the lesser-known Barlow brother, Barry Barlow. You probably know my older brother, Gary. You see, we haven't spoken for years because he's always got the breaks I never got. It should have been me.
Barry?
Ah,
Barry?
good evening, Miss Tickles. How are ya?
Other pleasantries. Please, have you done the introduction?
Well, I was going to, but you wasn't here, so I thought I'd introduce myself and tell everyone my story.
Nobody cares about your story. They only care about my opinions. I'm vying for that spot on GMB since Morgan left, and now is my time to shine. Don't cock it up.
Okay then.
Right, look, will you just get on with it? I've got to go and finish my makeup before the show starts.
Oh, well, that's excellent news because it'll take me 2 hours to read this out because of my slow speech. It's something us Barlows can't help. And unfortunately, it'll take you 2 hours to put your makeup on, so that's fine by me. Before I begin, I'd just like to give a shout out to Tristan James for booking the services of Miss Tickles. I was told to say that. I got no idea who the bloke is. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hope there's no boys and girls watching. For one night only, making her social media debut, the hostess with the mostess, the sister with no mister. Her opinions mean more than anybody else's, so prepare yourself for the one, the only, Miss Tickles versus the world.
Good evening. Extra, read all about it, get the latest news. Who cares if it's accurate, so long as it fits your views? Nowadays, everything's valid, you'll find reality exists in the human mind. When faced with the facts, you can opt to be blind. It's your right to choose fake news. Ladies and gentlemen, for one night only, across the world, it's me! Shakespeare's plays were written by Bacon. Liam Neeson did his own Taken. Elvis didn't die, he was only faking. True, true, true. The food is great in Weatherspoon. Katie Price can carry a tune. Neil Armstrong never walked on the moon. It's true, true, true. In this brave new world of newspeak, you must keep your intact. There's no such thing as falsehood. It's merely an alternative fact. Psychic Sally is a mystic. Andrew Neil's toupee is so realistic. Vaccinating babies makes them autistic. True, true, true. You'll be taken care of when you reach old age. People live well on the minimum wage. Immigrant kids love it age. True, true, true. Cigarette smokers are healthier than vapists. Arlene Foster breaks bread with papists. Men are all criminals and rapists. True, 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 true. It's 24-hour news these days, but is it true or not? Chances are it's been engendered by a Russian troll or bot. What? The Queen loves Princess Michael of Kent. Robin Mugabe was a kindly old gent. Paedophile priests are keen to repent. It's true, true, true. Santa delivers your gifts on a sleigh. Sex education makes kids gay. EU citizens are welcome to stay. True, true, true. Aaron Banks is a modern day Robin Hood. Priti Patel is a force for good. Harvey Weinstein's misunderstood is true, true, true. In your echo chamber you are quite content to stay. And filter bubbles will be exposed to true decay. Yay! Richard and Judy are getting divorced. Women in the sex trade are never forced. There's no such thing as a Holocaust. It's true, true, true. There have always been lies, but all the same, Johnson and Trump have upped the game. And if you believe them, you're to blame. It's true, 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 true. True, it's true, it's true, true. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everyone doing? And where's everyone watching from? If you're unsure who I am, to common folk, I am known as Miss Tickles. But to friends and family, I am known as Tess Tickles. One question I have to start off with is, can everyone hear me? How did that first number go? I know we had some technical difficulties on a Saturday. That guy has recently been fired. So if you can let me know if you can hear me, well, I can know whether to proceed or end the show rather prematurely. Tonight I thank you, Verity. Lovely to see some work. Some of my colleagues in the audience tonight. So on Saturday, I do believe that people did try to silence me. I did have family members complaining at the fact that someone this gorgeous was singing something, was singing songs so obscene. So I do have to start with a message saying, if you don't like the truth, this show isn't for you. This show will feature very obscene language. That's why Barry did warn that children under a certain age should not be watching this show. Tonight I will be singing songs of love, songs. Let's get that trending. Hashtag don't silence Tess. Maybe we can go fungal, or vinyl, or whatever word the kids use these days. I will be singing songs of love, fame, fortune, political correctness, gone nuts. But I wanted to start with a recent experience of love that I've been going through. And he when we met, he was still married, but he tried to convince me that he was separated. But although they were separated, they were still living in the house. But he was staying in a separate part of the house. I was thinking, where do you live? Buckingham Palace? Staying in the East Wing. And this song is based on a true story. When a woman like me, of a certain age, meets a man that she likes on the prom or the plage, she knows that he's bound to come bearing bagage. the emotional kind. So what, I don't mind. For a woman like me, who is racy and fast, to a rippingly colourful past, and just look around you, the choice isn't vast. I'd probably make do, well, almost with you. Maybe not. Except I'm in love with a man who I'm dating. We're mad for each other. It's elating. And the best of it all is he's separating. So he cannot move him right away. But he loves me. So what can I say? Is he fantastic? He's topping. Generous with plastic shopping. Handsome, no graying. It's so strong day. He loves to buy me a lingerie phone twice a day. Lovely weekends in secluded hotels. He's even hinted at wedding bells, but we'll have to wait till the bands can be ready. He's a bit more married than he said. Is he a charmer? He's nifty. Quite the disarmer for 50. He says he can't leave the twins who are 8. I've told him I'm prepared to wait. He thinks that's great. Often we manage to meet at weekends. That's if he hasn't invited their friends. Seems the poor darling is too thinly spread, but then he's quite a bit more married than he said. Is he in my middle? Of course, sir. He just can't wait to divorce her. When he is with him, he only pretends. He's always having to make amends for his friends. Oh, how he suffers! He feels such a louse. I can't see why he should give up the house. Doesn't he realize that marriage is dead? Or is he quite more married than he said? Is he a cat? Oh, please God, no! But he's a maddening sod, though. Weekends are spent pouring. He calls to say I must not lose heart, they sleep apart. But I can't say that, it gives me a boost, knowing right now she is being induced. Next time I'll kick in his head, cause they're a bloody sight more married than he said. If only he wasn't so brilliant, babe. Oh, but he's definitely more, infinitely more, miles more, oh! Oh. Whoa. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Moving swiftly onwards. I fell for a man at a party, a Hyperion. His godlike beauty easily met each criterion. He stood for debonair, emerald eyes, thick black hair. But when I got closer, was he perfect? No, sir. His nice white teeth came out at night, and the sock down his sheets one made him tight. Oh, my shattered illusions. I was shocked when I saw him cleanse each bright green contact lens. Oh, my poor confusion. But the thing that caused the final rift was when his toothpaste stopped and his shoes had 3-inch lifts. So, my shattered illusions. Well, then I went and met myself a city type. He was nearly 57, so I couldn't cry. Rolled umbrella, pinstripe suit, and a shiny rose to boot. But when I got closer, was he perfect? No, sir. His great big hands were He lay on the couch and said, "Call me Betty, oh, my shattered illusions." We went on and on for hours and hours about something called golden showers. He told me his contusions were a nipple clamps, balls in his pubic hair. He handed me a whip and said, "Beat me there." Then after the slip went underwear. Illusions. Now finally I think I found the perfect guy. Can't find a single phone no matter how I try. Though no I don't is, he is the cream. He is everyone. But will I let him get closer? What do you think? No, sir. He thinks I'm lovely, but don't you know my lashes and nails stuck on with glue. Oh, his shattered illusions. I've had a tea and a little tuck there, and I wasn't born with this hair. Oh, his poor delusion. My original chin was much, much bigger. My nose shop simply makes silicone. Oh, my shapely figure. Oh, those shattered illusions. But I'll keep on because you see, his bride is what I want to be. But God helps if the children look like me. Oh, those shattered illusions. Hello, if you have been joining, my name is Tess, Tess Tickles, and throughout the evening you will be finding out more and more about me. I do have some very obscene opinions, and I think it's safe to say that I have been compared as the female Piers Morgan. So make of that what you if you have just joined us, if you have just joined me, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know who you are. What I was really pleased about in regards to not being able to perform the show on Saturday is that I was practicing. I am a bit of a perfectionist, and that there were some very big news stories that came out. Such as Jennifer Arcuri selling her love affair scandal story to the papers. Now, I do remember she did an interview a couple of years ago with Piers Morgan, and she refused to spill any beans. So I was very pleased to see her spill the beans, and I thought, perfect. Maybe this is the perfect. Maybe this opportunity to sing a song dedicated to Jennifer Arcuri, who is clearly short of a few bob. Good evening, Jason. Sam did warn me that you will be a little bit late, so don't worry. We're only just getting begun, and all of the better numbers are being saved till last. Watching, grab yourself a drink, preferably alcoholic, unless you are working tomorrow. Drink in moderation, please. I want this to be remembered. This song is for Jennifer Arcuri. Kiss and tell. Oh, we've all got a story to sell. Don't hold back, give him flag. The best form of defense is attack. Remember the British obsession with sex and tell where his muscular pecs describe how you throbbed as he pulled off his kecks. Kiss and tell, kiss and tell, lovers come, lovers go, and we feel that the nation should know. Lovers go, lovers come, and you'll never get keeping mum. Where'd you meet, where'd you go? Was it love at first sight? Were you friends with his wife? Was it 5 times a night? Did you happen to get that black eye invite? Kiss and tell, kiss and tell. I was working as his new researcher PA, and his spring bill was thrown out that day. He'd been up half the night at the chief whip's behest, and his wife was up north. He was tired and depressed, so he went out for dinner, Italian I think, and he then asked me back to his flat for a drink. The poor man was lonely, he wanted a cuddle, and this is our daughter, oh God. Kiss and tell, kiss and tell, how you made him fall under your spell. Was he stripped while you whipped in your basement, done out like a crypt? Did he sit in the corner, snort coke and just look? And is that where he hung upside down from a hook? Can you show us the names in your little black book? Kiss and tell, kiss and tell, take the cash with a gnash. It'll soften the public backlash. Up the price, add some spice. Let us into your hotbed of vice. Was a major rock client, could you be more forthcoming? Did he sing Rule Britannia whilst fondling his plumbing? Is this the courgette that you use kinky bumming? Kiss and tell, kiss and tell. We were sharing our house, our room was upstairs. We were very close friends, we discussed our affairs. Well, I'd come home one night, they were on the settee, and I knew who he was from his show on TV. I know that to him she's just some bit of skirt, and I'm telling you now, 'cause I don't want her hurt. They were at it all night, they sure had the hots. Here's the recording, and here are the shots. Kiss and tell, kiss and tell. Having scruples is all very well. Just sign here, it's sincere, and it might be shocking but real. We're publishing anyhow, why be discreet? We're stressed up bulimia, it goes down a treat, and we use all the ones of him sucking your feet. Kiss and tell, kiss and tell. Feel no shame, stake your claim to your own 50 minutes of fame. Heights on the heights, let your publicist handle the rights. When you kissed in a 90 that showed off your shape, did you pass out from drink before your escape? Was it 1 week or 2 till you claimed it was rape? Kiss and tell, kiss and tell. So what if revenge crosses our grapes? The readers will love all those upper class japes, and we'll set up a phone line so they'll all hear the tape. Kiss and tell, die and sell. Now for a personal favourite of mine. I sing this next song on a daily basis. actually take that up a little bit. Well, let's try that again. You're my one night stand, and I hope you understand that although I say I love you when I kiss you, in the morning when you've left me I will miss you. You're my short, sharp screw. It's not romantic, but it's true. And although I come like crazy and I scream and beg for more, your name will be forgotten when I've shoved you out the door. Sometimes I get hungry for all that extra touch of care. Someone to invade my space while pulling out my hair. A man to tell me pretty lies and hold me all night long. Someone I can criticize and tell him when he's wrong. You're my fuck buddy, and that is fine with me. I won't pretend I like your family or invite your point of view. I don't care where your scars come from. I really don't love you, but the sex is great. Come and speak to me afterwards, please. Now, as lockdown is slightly being lifted, I can announce that I am releasing an autobiography. It's called Tess, Tickles, My Life. And it tonight I will give you some insights into if we can all take Verity's advice and get that trending of hashtag don't silence Tess. The press, family, friends that are trying to silence me. But it's very hard trying to look. First of all, I did wonder where I would get the pencils. But then I popped down to my local paper shop, picked up a packet of pencils. The story wrote itself, and maybe, hopefully, there may be a movie. I'm not sure who will play me. If you have any ideas, let me know in the comments. The most obscene will win a very special prize. But if there are any budding authors out there, here's a bit of advice. If you want to write a book, let's write a bleak tale of murder. A crime novel set in Scandinavia. Give us a gloomy anti-hero given to some antisocial behaviour. Our central character, Central Lars, is often depressed in low-down bars. He smokes, he drinks, he likes abelius. He's haunted by his abject failures. Writing a novel, all you need to know is it's just a Raymond Chandler with a bit more snow. To write a good book, the first in a thrilling series, a stiff is found in Stockholm, near the Irish bar O'Leary's. The cadaver is that of Kirsten, a dance from Mamma Mia. She's been horribly branded with names of the furniture ranges from IKEA. Varlic, Besta, Billy. Our man just his Volvo, being careful not to speed. And although it delays me, but because he's a boring Swede, he tracks his suspect to Malmo whilst an endless daily just falls. Meanwhile, in the processing factory, more bodies fatter meatballs. A noisy shootout leaves our protagonist temporarily dead, and book one ends where he was left. Must be the Muppet Chef. Let's write a fun girly novel, the kind that sports a pastoral cover. Set in a world where a good career is just as vital as a lover. Bestriding with 6-inch heels, our heroine does multi-million deals. She's hip and clever, smart and urban, and finds the sight of sheep disturbing. Oh, she'll never need to wear door cap, 'cause in a Hermes bag is a rampant rabbit. To write a good book, a shining example of chicklet, begin with a fashion editor who drives the Audi to quick fit. She's immediately attracted to a man in a red Lamborghini. Of course, she assumes he only drives it because his penis is weenie. We've all been there, ladies. At a business Ivy, she was Azadina alive, and the lady she pops in some Chinese balls which set her twat on fire. Then she rushes off to a photo shoot with the latest dress under collection, taking place in an abattoir to set off her clothes to perfection. After shopping at La Perla, it's time to pick her Audi up. And she's nice when the handsome mechanic drinks from her fussy car. Let's write celebrity bio. Let's write national stardom. How you grew up in Romford, Essex, a dead end life that you had come so far from. Fledgling career took an upward shunt when you won actual money on bargain hunt. You've a Chinese symbol tattooed on your wrist. You think it says peace, but it says piss. Oh, include lots of shots of you with skimpy clothes. It'll obviate the need to write too much prose. To write a good book, the first book's only a taster. Your mum was a one-legged lesbian who conceived with a turkey baster. You knew the Destiny singled you out, a dancer, be a singer, and ignored all those young Jezebels who called you a slaggy old minger. Slaggy old minger, shut up. You won the heart of the nation in a reality show about slappers. Were captured on film with Ashley Colby and sausage like the clappers. You had your boobs implanted, had them removed and wish you kept them. To the he snows when he had to rebuild your septum. And now you stand to make millions. Well, the tabloids have gone mad. Because hubby number 3 is your biological dad. You're with the likes of Dostoevsky, you'll surely never rank. Sell the movie rights and laugh all the way to the bank. Ha 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 ha. How's everyone doing? Barry Chuckle. I do imagine Barry Chuckle would play Tess. Would play Tess very well. Although I think he would have a bit of difficulty these days. Time for a haunting love song. Darling, when you're sleeping, my name I hear you call out. Then you turn to me and hold me very. But I can't help wondering what happens after fallout. Will you still love me, dear? Would you love me at all? If I lost all my hair, would you still hold my hand if my skin wasn't there? I can't help but think you won't find me attractive when the isotopes render me radioactive. Will you whisper the sweet words I so long to hear in the hole that knows where I once had an ear? When I'm gaunt and exhausted, unable to crawl, will you love me then at all? When I'm covered in sores, love linger on. Will you still like my smile when my teeth are all gone? Will you hold me so close in a embrace when I'm sprouting a cancerous growth on my face? When the light you have loved gently melt down my cheek, when the retching and vomiting leave me to weep, will you still feel a thrill at the sound of my name? Yes, you will, for you'll be the same. How's everyone doing? That I do feel it's time to liven with a bit more of an enthusiastic love song. Now that lockdown is being lifted, I do think that I can resume my old habits. Especially now that the rule of 6 has come into place. My husband with a brand new motor car. He told me I could drive it. I said, Megan, you're a star. I said, Brian, you're a star. We drove down to the boozer for a vodka and a fag. But of course we had to purchase with a shag. We go dogging. We're a treat for any passers-by out jogging. We do it because we found that when people crowd around, it is somehow more profound jogging. How are the older members doing in the audience tonight? Jason, I know you're getting on. How are you doing? Not finding this song too impenetrable? Those of a sensitive disposition, leave now. Well, I went to the car park back of Astor. The threesome was held at it in the sporty little master who made it more exciting as they pressed against the glass. When Brian got his torch out, you could see right up her ass. They were dogging. Believe me, they were more than merely snogging. And no, her cheeks were parted. She spoiled when she farted, and we wanted to get started on our dogging. Well, we rushed back to our car because we were randy as two goats. But being late November, we had on our duffel coats. First, before getting back inside, because the strobing in a smart car isn't easy. Have you tried? We were dogging In the struggle, poor Brian tore his frogging. Our apparel was misguided, because when our heads collided, Brian's man had then subsided, but that's dogging. Well, it was a setback, but I wasn't beaten yet, because I'm really very handy with my man-speed bayonet. I quickly had his flagpole up, responding to my touch. The next thing I was upside down and staring at the clutch. We were dogging. The heat was on to stop the windows fogging. Thank God for plastic sheeting. Well, one must protect the seating, because the fabric takes a beating when you're dogging. Well, by now a crowd had gathered. It was cheering fit to burst, and I was close to poking them. And Brian was close to peeking, though he liked me to converse. My legs were at the summer of it. I really hit my stride. I had probably stopped to quiet the roses are outside. We were dogging. We were so alarmed our arteries were clogging. But we took it on the chin. Was with a grin, said, can anyone join in with your dogging? Woo! Well, as you can imagine, Brian to bits. I left to feel a cup of stretching in between my tits. My ecstasy was mounting, I was feeling so alive. When who should wonder by but a bloke from Channel 5. He likes dogging, he signed us for a series he was dogging. So watch out for Meg, Brian, me, and the other celebrity who will be shagging on TV, nightly dogging. We'll be dogging, yes, we'll be dogging. Oh, think of all the limelight we'll be hogging. Will the credits show my hand? Oh, hello. What's going on? Massaging Brian's gland. I think my microphone's had too much to drink. Which is very nicely time for more that dogging. Not 40 yet. Not too far though. Not too far though. I do hear. Now, I will be singing quite a lot about love tonight. Because love is everything to everyone. I have had some very awkward experiences with love, ladies and gentlemen. Which I will explain to you now. We went out to dinner the other night. There was a stranger standing there. He looked a bit like you, but with a little bit less hair. He started flirting with me. I could see it made you mad. I flirted back, but I didn't know that the stranger was your dad. I fancy your father. It's crazy but true. I fancy your father a lot more than you. I know you don't like him, but he's soft underneath. He's got his own teeth. No sure it is much older, but he has familiar charm. I found him when he took me and his big strong daddy arm. He said I was too good for you. I knew I had it bad. I didn't know what else to do. I had fallen for your dad. I fancied your father. No need to be blue, 'cause when I am with him, I'm thinking of you. It won't last forever. We both know it's wrong, 'cause last night he said he hasn't got long. Excuse me. He can turn me on with nothing but his velvety dark voice. You're my Ford Fiesta, but he is my Rolls Royce. He said I was the best sleigh that he had ever had. Then he got his chest and rolled away. I think I killed your dad. I fancied your father, but now he is dead. I fancied your father still in my bed. I'm hoping you want me, though the chances are slim. Well, luck when you're older, you'll look just like him. 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 And if you can't forgive me, and you're feeling low, you have my permission to sleep with my mum. To sleep with my mum. To sleep with my mum. That's a song that I've never done before. I've always wanted to do it. I've just never had the chance. So there we have it. But we will do a couple more, and then we will take a short break. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll give you a chance to top up any drinks. It will give me a chance to die. But yes, tonight I have touched on fake news. I've touched on selling your story to the paper. I've touched on writing a novel. Who knows what else I should sing? I've even sung about dogging, for goodness sake. I think it may be time for a serious one. Yeah, yes, I do believe it's time to break out the old love song. Love is just so complicated. Love is really overrated. The more we learn, the less we seem to know. And though we know that you're so bitch, I sometimes have a private wish that I could change the status quo. Oh, oh, oh. Wouldn't it be nice to be a lesbian? Telling all the chaps to take a hike. I don't want to get too graphic, but my smile would be seraphic. Tomorrow I was sapphic and could share my partner's bike. Look in the bar, I turn my back on every Casanova to spend my life on new ravine of Ratalova. Might not be common foe, but to someone bump my donut, and you might be very happy as a dyke. Wouldn't it be nice to be a lesbian? The dad would be astonished at the news. A girlfriend just like Ellen, or a female in McKellen. Bird with bombs and melons and some interesting tattoos. Oh, I would find it really life enhancing, spending every single Friday night lying down every 12 to Katie Land. My yang would meet a yang, dosey going in a pair of comfy shoes. Wouldn't it be nice to be a lesbian? If only there was something I could do. But I find it makes me grumpy when both the chests are bumpy, and I miss the rumpy pumpy. Yes, I'm sorry, but it's true. I like the way the tubies fit together, with no disrespect to birds of a different feather. And it would be a waste to use a turkey baster to make that strip of litmus turn to blue. The appellation will not stick to me. I won't have a sharp addict to me. I'm afraid I'm not a lesbian. Boo. So as my theories all collapse, I'll admit it, I love chaps. And I'll never be a lesbian. How about you? if you are enjoying this show, ladies and gentlemen, please hit the share button, wherever it may be. Get friends, family, dogs, cats, people watching. Who knows? This song, it comes from personal experience. Here are the pictures of us in Japan. We arrived as the cherry trees came into bloom. A marshmallow world for barely a day, with a hint of perfume. Out on the streets, the crowds are immense. The temples are havens of absolute peace. Away from the stresses of life, they provide a form of release. It's me, you're shrouded in mist. And it's exactly like all of those woodcuts you've seen. Yes, we bought a kimono, some beautiful fans, and a paper screen. On a whim we came home by way of Tibet, since Tom saw the business with plenty of time. It was him with the shovels and me by the lodge, preparing to climb. Here's a dozen more albums I haven't yet shown, of Tom standing around on our own. There's virtually nowhere that we haven't been, or captured by strangers who wouldn't have seen. Those little shadows, hidden grief, silent times, a withered leaf. Little faces never kiss, much imagine, sorely miss. Hungry heart, quite untouched, empty hands where small ones might have clutched. Sad little shadows, one has to resist. Just such a long trip, it's so nice to be home. Invitations to answer and bills to be paid. Photos of wonderful times as the memories fade. Plays to be seen, exhibitions to catch. Spontaneous with one or two friends. Happiness isn't dependent upon the money one spends. Sipping our drinks, the evening draws in. With this view of the river, I'm lucky indeed. I do sometimes dream of a garden, but then I haven't the need. Nieces and nephews feel free to drop in. It's lovely to know they use us as a base. It's tempting at times to offer advice. It isn't our place. As Tom and I had the most wonderful life, and he's never dropped hints that I failed as a wife. And it's almost enough that it's only just us. And yet there are things one can never discuss. Those little shadows, little ghosts, birthday parties, Sunday roasts, holidays and paddling pools, piano lessons, choosing schools, letterings that pass us by, wishes fragile as a butterfly. But regretting is only for fools. But regretting I should do one. I should do one last song before the break. I do have to admit that Barry and I have recorded something that will go very nicely whilst you top up your drink. It, it will give you a chance to get to know me a little bit better. Here's a fan favourite of mine. Here's a fan favourite of mine. Sung in jurisdiction with Brexit, COVID, God knows what else. When confronting Armageddon, you must try to keep your head on. Foolish panicking won't get you very far. Though you run round helter-skelter, it's late to build a shelter, so it's best to stay exactly where you are. No time to curse the government in rude and angry language. No time to phone your loved ones or to eat a last sandwich. No time to pack a suitcase for your trip to paradise. So why not dispense with civil defense in favor of this advice? Stick your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye and whistle while you do. Try to grin and bear it as you face your nether for the final rendezvous. When the warning bell has sounded, there's no call for bitter tears, cause you have to be blown to Haiti and your trousers to Tangiers. Salute a favourite friend who's been good to you for years and bid your behind adieu. There's no need to be skittish, because you're British and you don't give in to infamy and violence. Just remember the Titanic, the upper classes never panic, and the good old lower orders die in silence. Prepare yourself to face the many horrors life will hand you. Be valiant like Montgomery, Mr. Trump, and dear Prince Andrew. And collect your money back from the quartermaster's store. So stiff upper lip and a nonchalant quip. We join the dinosaurs. Stick your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye. Keep humming while you move. Sing a song from South Pacific, happy talk of Valley High, or the hits from Brigadoo. It's a sight more entertaining than watching your plummeting shares. And if you do survive, you can exhibit yourself at best. You think you look a pillock, well, who the devil cares? It'll all be over soon. Stick your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye and yodel to the loo. Firmly grip your ankles as you bow to face the sky. It'll change your point of view. Yes, it's nice to think that you won't have to pay your council tax, but you'll be in a bit of a bind if you haven't put on your slacks. So pray to God your sphincter doesn't suddenly relax, repeating your bum adieu. If you trouble bending double, hook your toes inside your collar, and as you saw the path, feel the final angry horror to Kim Jong-un, Donald Trump, and the current eyes. You've left it too late too soon. More's the pity. There is bugger all else you can do. Well, thank you for sticking with me for the first half. I do have to say, stick around, because in the second half, I will be singing songs about the correctness, about the menopause, reincarnation, and depression. So whilst you top up your drinks, here's something Barry. Here's something Barry and I recorded earlier in the week.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this middle segment of the show. You must all be wanting to replace your drinks and have a bit of a laugh. So we're going to get to know Miss Tess Tickles. None of us know who she is. I barely know her, to be honest. I've been drafted in for this. Don't mind me. But I've been tasked with asking some questions. So I decided to get the viewers to send me in some, and the fans to send in some very nice, interesting questions. So we're going to start off with Salmonella, who asks, "What would you do with a drunken sailor?" There you go.
Well, the only real answer is, it depends how much you paid me. And of course, it also depends what day of the week it is. If it's towards the weekend, if it is the weekend even, I tend to let my hair down a little bit more than it already is, because as a woman, my hair goes even further than meets the eye.
You're not claiming to be Rapunzel, are you?
Who knows?
Wrong color hair for a start. Anyway, next question is from Ben DeRover, who asks, "How much do you get paid as a stripper?" Rather cheeky, isn't it?
Well, thank you. Is it Ben?
Ben, that's right, yeah.
Ben. Thank you, Ben. The only real answer, again, is that's for me to know and for you to find out. But let's face it, you couldn't afford me. Next question.
Sorry if I put you off your dinner there with that question. Anyway, now the next one, Wilma Dickfit. Interesting name again. These are cracking names. And she asked, "What is your guilty pleasure?"
I do have to say, lying by myself in a big double bed, taking a stroll and exploring womanhood. Make of that what you will. But I have to say that is a guilty pleasure.
Right, okay. I don't know. I've had a few drinks tonight, but I didn't really understand that. Anyone else who can elaborate on that, please let me know. Anyway, the next question is from Jack Golf, who asks, "What is your celebrity crush, or who is your celebrity crush?"
I think I share the same crush as quite a lot of women up and down the country, and that is Boris Johnson. I think it's true to say that Bonnie Tyler sang about Boris Johnson in her hit song "I Need a Hero," and if I was to be with him, who knows what I would do, and who knows if he would survive in one piece.
It'd be an interesting day, wouldn't it? Staying home and protecting the NHS. Bit boring, isn't it? Anyway, the last question is from Mike Litteris, who asks, "What is your most embarrassing secret?"
I'm sorry, can I have a bit of time, please? This is quite painful. I'm sure you can imagine. I used to be a man. Stay strong, Tess. Stay strong.
And on that bombshell, I think it's time to end.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've all got big drink in hand, because the second half is going to get messy. We wouldn't have it any other way. The place was by the river, alone and late at night. A woman stood there, in melancholy sight, and as I moved to help her, she gave a shuddering sigh. And as she plunged her head into the waters, I heard her mournful cry. I herpes. I never heard of herpes. I must admit I'm rather chirpy, since I discovered what I called herpes. It's very bad to catch at 13. Besides, my mother thinks it's dirty. I'll have to tell her it's a want. I used to dance and dream of romance on my hacienda. Gay caballeros wearing sombreros looks warm and tender. Steamy siestas with Viracueras, fiery fiestas with macho rancheros. But one night bewitching and I got this itching on my pudenda. Painful, and everybody's so disdainful. They seem to think it's all so shameful. And yet it wasn't even fun. I get this burning with bouts of nausea returning. I should have been much more discerning. I'd rather herpes simplex 1. My name Fernandez came from the Andes full of allure. Tried to say nada to his enchilada. I was so pure. But just a couple of years and I got myself screwed. Now I have 100 years of solitude and I'm down on my knees with this bloody disease for which there's no cure. So this is what they mean by CIA penetration. What could be sweeter than to be with a gaucho Chiquita? She just sings Ocho. It's terrible when you're refusing a senor. You just go home on your own. So listen, sisters, be careful when you kiss those misters, or I shall end with nasty blisters, and you will long for an issue. My story's done now. In fact, I really better run now, because I must be being done now. Well, what else can I do with simplex 2? How's everyone doing? Is everyone still in one piece? Who's even here? Who's actually here? Drop a hello, or a goodbye, or whatever you fancy saying in the comments. Just let me know that you're alive. But we should probably keep going for another 20 minutes. And then we should go home. Because Sam has informed me that he has got work tomorrow. So we can't keep the workers up for too long, can we, Jason? The bath was run, the candles glowed. I poured out some Chateau Lafite. Bag over my head, I was giving my skin a treat. Put on some Harry Connick and also the answer phone. and truffle into my goal, and open my woman's own. And this is what it said. I read you really ought to diet. Director, you so anything you'll become diet. But die each time you look in the mirror at your gonna become diet. So tough. Diet. But diet are there to help you change from looking like a big double lie to people that resemble Burning Man and small. Ooh. Then just revitalize your makeup. You might use a gold blusher that'll flatter you makeup. Maybe a new hairdo will no longer flatter you. Wake up and vow to take up a sport for sake that can replace it with all the slanking fox that you bought, and you mean you're only 22. I was walking through the town one day when I saw something. When suddenly I bumped right into a handsome Lothario, by whom I carelessly dumped. I fled home in an awful state and went through several boxes of tissues. Wept through tissues with filthy minds. Then I turned down for advice for the latest of Cosmopolitan's issues. And this is what it said. I read you've got to learn to orgasm, or you'll never know what you've been missing till it's far too late. Orgasm, organically designed, you'll feel really great. Orgasms are swell, orgasms are fun, orgasms are such that every girl ought to know how to have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You've got to find your G-spot. Geographically, it's inside somewhere rather hard to reach. G-spot. G-prescription, you can flex it on the bus or even on the beach. G-spot or the G-spot or the G-spot manipulations go hand in hand with a nice fantasy about Tom Cruise and River States Keach. I got home from another opening. The only night in a row I've been out. But as I unzipped my Vivian Westwood, I was suddenly plagued with doubt. It seemed such a persistence, being constantly wined and dined. So in order to learn the true meaning of life, I bought a copy of Horace and the Hind. And this is what it said. I read you've got to buy a hairband. Hello, I haven't seen you for absolute youngers hairband. Hair off down tonight, which gets such good shoes, hairbands of class. Roads of heaps, a hairband and short even those kids who drive around the jeeps and think that you're a frightful lefty. If you refuse to come and kill some wildlife, why you don't have a grocery with both barrels of your gun, wildlife? Why not a shot at a stag when it's on the wrong wildlife bound? So wise up, wet birds, and while awake each Saturday by beating us a house saboteurs who turn up in cagoons and try to spoil your fun. While me and my friends we get together, as we want to do once in a while, and put our magazines together in an orderly pile. Then we drop them off the recycling. We go home with Chinese food. Crack a bottle of tequila, get the smash it. Making a terrible racket, ladies and gentlemen. I can only apologise. That's better. You can see that. Hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Time for something a bit more rock and roll. It's our anniversary. anniversary, time for celebration. Cause frisky, fit and fabulous defines a generation. Just because we're old, it doesn't mean we can't feel flirty. We're just as hot to trot tonight as when we both were 30. Around. Let's do it in the kitchen. My hide when she's tiny. Frustrate me on the face down on the ground. Leave the curtains open. Don't let's wrestle locals. Go hang on just a minute while I take on my back vocals. Woo! You put your right hand in, you put your right hand down. But it isn't very comfy and we're both a bit too stout. Oh no, this ain't the hokey cokey anymore. You put your right hand, left hand in, you put your left hand out. But then the spots and tiles behind the scene send me to ground. Oh no, this ain't the hokey cokey anymore. You bite my ear and whisper, I'm the sexiest woman around. I whisper back, go hold me, darling, please. And then you say, let's put the blanket on the ground. I say, with these knees. You put your right leg in, you put your right leg out. Your teeth will phone to handles. What's happened to this bow? No, this ain't the hokey cokey anymore. Let's move into the bedroom. Apparel. Let's do some mileage in the tanks of beer left in the barrel. We'll take us both to heaven once you've had your medication. And close my eyes to hide the look of grim determination. Woo! You put your right hand in, you put your right hand out. I removed my hearing aids, and now you're gonna have to shout. What? What? Hokey pokey? Oh, okie dokie. Put your left leg in, you put your left leg out. Oh no, I go to suck your toe. Of course it aggravates your gout. Oh, this ain't the hokey cokey anymore. I know you're disappointed that I'm not a bit more naughty, but don't worry about the way we're going to weave. And believe me, if I could, I could try precision 40. But with these knees, you put your left leg in, you put your right leg out. Oh, shit, put my hip out. Oh no, this ain't the hokey cokey anymore. Oh no, this ain't the hokey cokey anymore. Oh no, this ain't the hokey cokey anymore. I wore my satin dress tonight, my silver high heel shoes. I dabbed my skin with sweet perfume, the one you helped me choose. I dimmed my hair the way you like, up in a simple twist. You touched my face to take away an eyelash that I missed. You said, let's not go out tonight, let's not go into town. But as you kissed my neck, I said we can't let people down. Now the evening's over, I don't know what to do. I watched two people fall in love. One of them was you. And now we're lying only inches apart, though it might be 20 miles. And it's a quiet kind of dying inside as I see your radiant smile. The air is loaded with things we cannot say. I try to hold you, sigh and turn away. I tell myself we're not straight, but in one evening everything's changed. You held my hand as we walked in, each detail I recall. I moved around the party making small talk very small. You were soon in conversation with a girl I didn't know. She reminded me of someone else, me 10 years ago. I found you still there 2 hours later, long since time to leave. I wondered, did you know I saw her hand upon your sleeve? The poem wasn't me. The journey is a blur. I watched two people fall in love. One of them was her. And now we're lying only inches apart, though it might be 20 miles. And it's a quiet kind of dying inside as I see your radiant smiles. The air is loaded with things we cannot say. I try to hold you, sigh and turn away. I tell myself we're not strange, but in one evening everything's changed. And now two people lie beside each other in the dark. One sleeps, the other cannot, and dissects each chance remark. Satin dress upon its hanger shimmers like a ghost, and to illustrate as if to illustrate the transience of things we love the most. Silver shoes are not kicked aside in haste, and as you turn the lights out, your kiss was strangely chaste. No all familiar sound feels terrible and new. I watched two people fall in love. One of them was you. And now we're lying only inches apart, though it might be. And it's a quiet kind of dying inside. It's loaded with things we cannot say. I try to hold you. I tell myself everything's changed. Give me a man who's not one of the blokes, who won't pinch my bottom or tell dirty jokes. If he doesn't drink pints, I won't give it. If he likes creme de menthe, I'll still think he's a man. If he's moved to tears, shearing gone with the wind, he's welcome to have love. He's no namby-pamby if he prefers Bambi to spending the night in the park. Give me a man who is bright and well-read, and out to gives me breakfast in bed, who when he puts shelves up, they don't go wonky, and under his trousers he's hung like a donkey. A man who is satisfied only with me, and won't go elsewhere through action. But if that's his habit, why not boil his rabbit like plain clothes and fatal attraction? Give me a man who is true to himself, and if I can't find one, I'll stay on the shelf. Who's free from the masculine stereotype, knows what to do when the children cry. His chin may be weak, but his manly physique looks sort that you'd back in a fight. His chest may be hairless, but I couldn't care less. To me, it's the right. If he looks like this liner, you wine him and dine him. Hope that we score tonight. Moving on to, we're getting towards the end now. We are shuffling along to the end. There is a song earlier on in the show, where I did explain that one of my partners claimed to be separating. Well, it turns out he wasn't separating. And he was in a polyamorous relationship. Well, I believe that's what you call it. But this is a song of that experience. Whenever people ask me why I live alone, I simply say it's agreeable. I like my independence. I like living on my own, and I'll stay that way for the foreseeable. But I'm not without a lover. We've been together years. He's the other half I've lived for all my life. We never fight, we're best of friends, no trouble and no tears. And I get on even better with his wife. Mr. and Mrs. Me, we're as happy as people can be. She makes his dinner and bakes his favorite cookie. She does the laundry, I get the nookie. Though we know it's difficult for some to comprehend, romance is romancier when you can bring a friend. It's not as thrilling as three for Mr. and Mrs. and me. Mr. and Mrs. and me. No messy rows, no emotional debris. Two of while he goes down the gym to ensure he's fit and able. The two of us are working out next week's timetable. She's not the kind of woman who just doesn't understand. She often shouts encouragement and sometimes lends a hand. And when finally she and I agree, it's Mr. and Mrs. and me. He's gone as far as any man can go. It's true, he has his faults, and though we know that it takes two to tango, it takes three beats to make a one. Mr. and Mrs. and me. He sits with one of us perched on each knee. He's careful to ensure we feel equally desired. With 3 days of a week, neither one of us gets tired. I really can't recall a single moment of contention. I'll keep the memories and she'll receive the pension. She's milk and the sugar in his tea. With Mr. and Mrs. and me. Buy one, get one free. Mr. and Mrs. and me. Well, there we have it. You've come to the end. Give yourself a round of applause. Now, in light of Piers Morgan getting the sack, there was only one real song that I could end this evening's show with. If you have enjoyed it, please like me on Facebook. Please spread the word. Please send some message. And he can pass it on. But in this day and age of political correctness gone mad, well, I feel this song says everything. For far too long we've all been stuck in ancient ways of thinking, but now we know that language can oppress. History has shown that while the lads were all out drinking, women stuck at home and no redress. But now those days are over. A polished monstrous regiment of women is on the march. But the chains that held our mothers, we're unencumbered. So hang on to your hats, boys. Your days are numbered. 'Cause we're politically correct, just we're politically correct. All phalocentric language we reject. We're righteous, further glistening, each category rechristening. So watch your language, brothers. Big sister is listening, and must give in. You know you cannot win. It's no use agreeing, you offend us just by being. So though it may seem novel, we love it when you grovel to be politically correct. Now some men, we admit, are held by ties that bind. By accident or birth, they have no power. Like they're physically challenged or Greekly inclined. Their skin has more melanin than ours. It's only you Caucasian men who need to be moved. For we know beneath your trousers, your feet are cloven hoofed. Oh, simply by existing, you must be oppressing someone. If you're white and straight and fit, it's just doubt you on one. 'Cause we're politically correct, just politically correct. So don't use times for which we might object. If you've lost your legs in memory, you're not crippled necessarily. We say you're handy, capable, or pretty entirely. Your hearing's gone. You feel you can't go on. Don't be negatively labeled. Be silently enabled. If you find this all a trial, your doubt is in denial. That's okay, cause it's politically correct. Cause we're politically correct, just we're politically correct. Women ethnic people self-respect. Baltic bands and beyond, we're total European. But if you really delve, I think you'll find the Caribbean. And it's true, Jane Austen was a Sioux. Jane Hovan and Debussy, you were clearly both Watusi. So show that you're right on and banning and clubbing, and you can be politically correct. Cause we're politically correct, yes, we're politically correct. We're centuries of wrongs to resurrect. Once you've got your mind and kicked in, positively licked in, only then can you attain the status of a victim. If he starts complaining, give him sensitivity training. They use the same solution for the Cultural Revolution. It's a wonderful tradition from the Spanish Inquisition, who were supposed to be politically correct. Cause we're politically correct, yes, we're politically correct. We bow to each minority and sect. We therefore insist that the balance is redressed, for only we know who's oppressing who and who's oppressed. So just suppose the ground turns up her toes. She's not dead, we'll be insisting she's differently existing. And if you're confused and you must have been abused, that's okay, cause it's politically correct. So change the way that you speak and learn to speak in you speak, and you will be politically examined language critically, as you will be politically correct. Thank you very much for what. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on my social media debut. It's been an absolute pleasure. Hopefully, Tristan James, or even Sam Hannah may try to book my services in some point in the future. Who knows? But I will leave you with a message from our sponsors. From Sam and Harry. Hello, everyone. We have just got together to say thank you for attending tonight's performance. If you don't know who I am the artist formerly known as Tess, Tickles. I am the person behind the dominatrix. I'm Sam Hannah. I am the primary writer of shows, primary writer of comedy. And this man to my right is...
How you pointed to the left then. Anyway, but I'm Harry Eastwood, also known as Barry Barlow. And we'd like to thank you for watching. That was good fun, wasn't it, recording that?
Oh, there were multiple takes.
Multiple takes, as you'll probably realise.
But it's the first time we've been together for 3 or so years. So, like, doing proper comedy stuff.
A comedy act, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully more to come when things lift.
So, as normal, what will probably happen is there will probably be another show. Whether it's Tess, whether it's me as me, whether it's another character, who knows? But that will probably be in a couple of weeks' time, depending on work. And again, back to Harry to explain what is coming up.
Yes, so you may have heard that we're thinking of, well, we are bringing out a podcast, which is very different to the podcast which we've done before, and it's called Real Nonsense. And it is as it sounds. It's us talking about a load of nonsense, really, and just having a nice chat and a catch up, and trying to make people laugh, because at the end of the day, this is what we need at the moment. We need a bit of laughter and a bit of nonsense to take you away from the pandemic. And we have recorded our first episode, which we're working on at the moment with editing and stuff, and it's called Pet Peeves. So we are going through our pet peeves, and we had a list to start off with, but it just flowed, didn't it? We came up with more and more that we suddenly realized, God, that gets on your nerves, and I think it relates to a lot of people. So it made for a very hilarious and entertaining episode, so that will be released fairly soon.
Yeah, and that podcast isn't just pet peeves. As Harry said, it's us just having a catch up. Where we have various episodes coming up, like what we would do in a zombie apocalypse. What would our funerals look like if we were actually alive to attend? Our worst night out experiences.
Many of those.
We have many a tale. But once again, but we just can't thank you enough for the amount of support that you give us for putting these shows on. We wouldn't do it if there wasn't a request to do it, because it is quite knackering writing and performing a show. Last year I did it weekly, and I was run down massively. But just keep your eye. If you like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube. We are Hannah and Eastwood on Facebook. We are Real Nonsense on YouTube. You will see all of our previous shows. On Facebook, you will see a mass of material from the both of us. And you will also be kept up to date. We don't bother with mailing lists. We don't send your details to a third party. So yeah, like us, subscribe to us, and thank you.
Thanks for watching. Good night.